Yeah, and a tight game it was, but only three Cavs reserves played in the game. LeBron and Kyrie combined for 84 minutes. With J.R. Smith out for extended time, how is this team going to, replace his productivity?
It's a great question, Madeline. And I think they are going to suffer somewhat in terms of the 3-point shooting, but I think they like what they found in terms of putting DeAndre Liggins into that starting lineup. He gives the Cavaliers another perimeter defender, and he gave Curry a rough time. Steph Curry really never got on track. Iman Shumpert deserves some of the credit as well, as he came off the bench and guarded Curry for certain stretches. But Curry only had 10 points after three quarters and struggled and really never found that rhythm. And part of that was the play of DeAndre Liggins. So I think the Cavs are happy with what they have in that perimeter defender. I think an extra bonus, guys, is that alleviates the responsibility of Kyrie Irving having to deal with the opposing point guard. That's mostly Liggins' responsibility now, depending upon the matchups and everything else. But usually, that starting point guard will be defended by Liggins. It keeps Kyrie from having to run off those screens, from getting banged on those picks 30, 40 times a game and taking a lot of starch out of him on that defensive end. It frees him up offensively. And actually, since J.R. Smith has been out of the lineup and Liggins has replaced him and has started guarding those point guards, the assist totals for Kyrie are up. The points continue. So I think the Cavs are getting additional productivity out of Kyrie Irving, just incidentally with JR being on the bench. But Kyrie is reaping the benefits on the offensive end with the defensive player like Liggins alongside him at that starting shooting guard spot.
Yeah, what's that going to do as far as JR's injury? I know Tyronn Lue had plans of resting the big three, especially LeBron, more often this season, but that seems to be going to be difficult to do when you have only three guys to turn to.
You're right. They're going to have to do something, Michael. And the plan for LeBron all along is he said he's wanted to play right around 38 minutes. That, however, will start to taper off at the end of January, start of February. That was the plan coming in. His minutes will continue to be reduced down the stretch. You're right. I think the Cavaliers, David Griffin, he always has his feelers out, Cavaliers GM, in terms of bringing in a couple additional players. You lose Chris Anderson, the Birdman. He tore his ACL. He's out for the season. And now J.R. Smith is out for virtually the remainder of the regular season as well. So whether or not the Cavaliers bring in additional players, that remains to be seen. But I still think that those minutes are going to be reduced. That Tyronn Lue and the coaching staff recognizes the importance of playing your best basketball in April. And if you're going to have to sacrifice some games along the way because of rest, that's just the way it's going to have to be. The other alternative, of course, is to get some more production out of additional reserves, more guys into the rotation. And we'll see as the season plays out if some of those guys earn the trust of Tyronn Lue, like I said, as the season rolls along and progresses.